Hello and welcome to EMP Power Sports Marine, beautiful St. Mary's, Idaho. Today we have a matching set of little Hondas just in time for Christmas. They are both 1988s. We have a 1988 Z50 here. This is one of the most collectible Z50s. 86, 87, 88, and 89 are 1 year only color schemes. They're worth about 5 times more than the 79 to 85s or 90 to 99s. It's also the first year with the motocross tail. So this is a 1 year only bike. Right next to it, you have the 1988 XR80. So if you have a couple of kids or you're just a nostalgic guy like me, this would be an awesome set to have for the holidays for your kids. We just took the 50 in, did a couple things to it. Replaced the rear tire tube that needed to be replaced, changed the motor oil, changed the spark plug. That's about it. Now it starts first kick, usually first or second kick. We did not replace the kill switch. The original black kill switches are available. They're really expensive. You can get a silver one that's the same exact part. Just for originality, we left this. So if you want to turn the bike off, you have to choke it out. It also needs new grips. These are cheap. These are 10 bucks at the Honda shop. Other than that, it's a nice little original bike that came out of long-term ownership. No rips in the seat. Still has factory decals. It's a nice sweetheart of a bike. The 80 we bought back in September from another party. I actually bought this one for my wife to learn how to ride, but she really doesn't have interest and should probably be better off on a 100. This is the first bike and second bike I ever rode in bike models. I have a nostalgia for these. I actually have a little 96 in the back. It's tucked away from my son. That one's not for sale. But we're going to go ahead and start these, do some cold starts today. They usually start within a few kicks. So engines are ice cold. Same with exhaust. Engines are ice cold. Same with exhaust. And we'll start the 50 first. So the fuel is on. We'll start full choke. Let's see. There goes second kick. Sometimes these little 50s like to start on the second choke setting, not the first. Let that one run. Now I'll start the 80. Turn the fuel on. Choke on. Turn the neutral. Second kick on this one. So both bikes run. Just do a quick rock around. I don't want them to smoke. We did not do a compression check on the 50. We did on the 80. The 80 is 170 pounds. Best I've ever seen. The 80 is definitely a low hour bike. The 50 has a little bit more use, but I think it's also a pretty low hour bike. The kid that rode that one, his dad sold it. He's 22 now. His dad sold it to a buddy of mine in a package deal where I acquired it. This one is a California bike that a guy brought up. He's the second owner. Bought this for his daughter when they moved to Idaho. They very seldomly used it, as did the California family before. I am the third owner of this 80, and it came out of 20+ year ownership. Both these bikes are going on eBay with very low opening bids and no reserve. I value the 80 between $2,000 and $2,500. I value the 50 between $6,000 and $8,000. We'll see what your bids show for actual values. Idaho does not give titles for 50s. I'm just going to shut them off. Choked out the 50 to shut it off. Kill switch works on the 80. Idaho does not give titles, as I tried to mention, over the motors for 50s. They do for 80s. I have a clean title in my wife and my name right here for the 80. Also have an original 1988 owner's manual that goes with the 80. While we're here, I'll point out defects on both bikes. The 80 is a really nice bike, but one of the original fork gators has a couple tears, which is pretty common. Somebody's dog chewed up the front fender. There's a little bit of surface rust and patina, as it is an original and unrestored bike. There's a little rip in the seat. This is the original seat cover. Overall, it's in really good shape. It still has its original hand guards, which are impossible to find. The bars are straight. It has its original grips, its original kill switch. This bike is original. Down everything but the tires on this bike are original. I've never seen one quite this nice. So I'm a little hard pressed to let this one go, but we have too many motorcycles and too many projects. If you look at the side cases on this bike, you can tell that there's really no wear on them. This is a very low hour motorcycle. Still has its original Pro Link decals on both sides of the swing arm, which are very hard to find. It's not all scuffed up. Like I said, it was a bike for a little girl. This one belonged to a little boy, so it had a little bit harder life. The grips are available from Honda. They're about 10 bucks. Needs a kill switch. Silver ones are about 80 bucks. Because these are 1 year only, the correct one that's black's about 500, so ouch. Which is why we're leaving it alone. It still has original decals. There's no rips in the seat cover. Very small little dinger here in the gas tank. There is no rust in the gas tank. You'll see photos on Fleabay. There are a couple little dingers in the rims, nothing major. Overall, just really nice, honest little Hondas. You just don't find these bikes anymore, especially in original condition like this. Neither one of these bikes has been restored. These are original survivors. So I hope that these bikes will stay together as a set. We have decided to sell them individually, but they will have both be listed on eBay at the same time. So we look forward to your bids, and hopefully you'll keep these bikes together as a set.